today we got to play Bonsai. Now, this is a game where you are growing a bonsai tree, so that's kind of fun. But before we get into it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell because board games are amazing, and that's what we do here at Legends of Nirvana. Now, Randy, can you tell us a little bit more about Bonsai?
I can. So Bonsai is a 2023 release, rating, Board Game Geek rating, I should say, of 7.2, a rank of 1330. 1 to 4 player game, 40 minutes in length, that's probably about right, it's a pretty short game. Age 10 and up. Design is by Rosario Battiato and Massimo Borzi and Martino Chiera. I apologize for mispronouncing any of those because I probably did. Art is by Davud Magadami and published by DV Games. The mechanisms of this game are contracts, in-game bonuses, hexagon grid, open drafting, pattern building, and tile placement. The MSRP for the base game is $34.99. There are 3 expansions for this, which actually I think it's 2. There's Wabi Sabi and Vicious Growth and Specialists. I put an and, so I'm pretty sure it was Vicious Growth and Specialists is one expansion. The pricing online for the base game that I found was $20.92 at Gamers Guild of Arizona, which is the cheapest price I found. Game Nerds has it $25.47. Tabletop Merchant $25.49, and Miniature Market had it for $27.99. We also got the wooden upgrade pieces, and those were $14.99. And this was one of our pickups we did at Miniature Market when we were in St. Louis.
All right, so let's talk about quality of components. For these, you get the wood tiles to place for the board. These are the wood ones. They have different ones based on that. Your card quality doesn't have a linen finish.
No.
They would get shuffled. Well, you're shuffling them at the beginning of the game, but I do feel like there's a lot of usage, so you may end up wanting to sleeve them.
I mean, it's the main purpose of the game is drafting the cards.
Yeah, I mean, card thickness is okay. Not great, and then you have the cardboard tiles. I put it at a 6.5 for quality of components, maybe a 6, because there's nothing really.
Well, I definitely wouldn't go above 6 because these wooden pieces don't come with it. It's cardboard in the box.
Oh, we bought these.
Yes, we bought those. Definitely.
If these weren't in there, maybe a 5. So these were really great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with the wooden pieces, I probably would push it up to a 7 though, because I do like the wooden pieces. I think.
No, but the card quality is not good enough for a 7.
Okay, fine, 6.5. But the card quality is bad, but.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on to the actual theme. Now this is where this shines. I feel like you are making your bonsai tree, and each time we get finished, everyone's looking at the trees that they made at the end, and there's always kind of like a second type of scoring of like who made the better tree. I mean, it's nothing like actual scoring.
It's not a part of the game.
It's not part of the game, but it's something like you do that's kind of fun. It's like, did yours turn out pretty?
I was pretty proud of my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. Thank you very much.
We all have thoughts and feelings. So, but I do think it's cute, and I do think it makes a lot of sense, and I actually liked the theme. I liked the art. I love how pretty that the bonsai tree does end up turning out, so I'm probably going to give this a 7.5.
Yeah, and also I like the card art. I think the art is very pretty. I really like the way they did the gold on the pot, because that was something we learned about when we played that other card game a while back, and we had no idea about that, and that was a real interesting story, that they enhanced the art by breaking the things and then using the gold to seal them back in interesting shapes. So I thought that was a nice touch. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I think for a theme, I'm going to go ahead and give this one probably a 7.5, just because I like the art so much, and the tiles are pretty, and I like that gold touch.
Okay, so now let's move on to the rule book. I do feel like it was a very easy learn.
Oh yes, it's only 12 pages long. It has a picture that kind of matches the front, but they put it in a purple tone, which I thought was really pretty. Whereas the main one's got obviously the color.
The more realistic color scheme.
The first page is all about the contents. And then the setup is second page. It's got nice pictures to illustrate it. The next page has the gameplay, and it goes. There's basically 2 functions you can do during the game, 2 actions, choices. We'll get into that during gameplay. But then they got illustrations showing where you can and can't place things, and showing how the tree would shape. Then you've got the end of the game. It goes to page 6, and after that it goes into the solo game. So it's really not even a 12-page rulebook; it's a 6-page rulebook with a lot of illustrations. So you can probably learn this in like 10 minutes or less. And
well, you definitely can if you're teaching it.
And then the back section is all about the different types of, like the origin of bonsai trees, about how you care for them. You might want to read that section.
Listen, I kept mine alive for a year. Over a year.
Heather gave that to you and you killed it. I'm just
Not on purpose. I kept it alive for a year. I did not ask for a bonsai tree to keep alive.
You wanted one to kill? Is that what you're saying?
No, I wanted one to look at and say, look, someone else's responsibility. I don't want responsibility for it.
Who's going to take care of a bonsai tree in this house?
Obviously not anybody, because that's why it died.
We'll assign it to Walter.
And I will say, it was beautiful for the year I had it, and I'm actually very sad that it died, because I really did try really, really hard to keep it alive.
Yes. By trying to figure out who was going to read your mind and take care of it for you.
No, I was taking care of it. The problem is you can't overwater them and you can't underwater them, and somehow I think I did both. So.
And then it goes into the different styles of bonsai trees, which, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here about bonsai. So half the book is basically about.
Yeah, so it's like really easy to learn.
Yeah.
So give it a score, Brady.
There's no questions about how we learned the game. It's very easy. I'm going to go ahead and give the rulebook a 9. I mean, it's there's not much you can take off for it. I mean, it's a really easy to read rulebook.
Okay, great. So now let's talk about the actual gameplay. So the gameplay is you have 2 options. You can take a card,
which is called
something,
it's called meditate.
Or you can use your action right here, which allows you to put those pieces actually on.
And that would be called cultivate.
Sure, I believe you. All right, so for example, so I'm going to take, this lets me play 2, draw 2, right? Is
that one lets you play 2 tiles
and then
that are pictured here, and then anything with a pink lets you draw tiles. So
I don't want
normally
that.
You can do only one, but that one lets you do both.
Yeah, so for example, I'm actually going to take this. This allows me to increase my storage space to 2. So now instead of 5 tiles I can have here, I can have 7. All right, Randy, you're up.
There's a lot of choices here. So we have multipliers or cards, which will give you points for taking different choices as far as your card selections or your tiles you played. But I really need tiles. Oh, and we're supposed to start with 1 of each. Oh, no, it's based on turn order.
Yeah.
So whoever's first, which was you, gets a wood, and then I would get a wood and a leaf to start the game. Can I have my wood?
No. We're not actually playing, right?
Well, we're setting it up so we can. But, it wouldn't surprise me if we end up playing it.
Nope, because I'm out of time. All right. So what you got?
So I'll take this one, and that gives me 1 of my choice.
Do you want
and then 1, either a wood or a leaf. I'll take a wood, and my choice will be another leaf. Because I couldn't get those last game.
Okay. All right. So then I get to go again. I'm going to end up... let's see. Are these just any of the cards?
No, that's saying for each of the ones that give you the extra resources. So that's where you need to fill that out. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Why not? All right. I will actually... I'll take this one.
So you're getting a multiplier of 1 times your leaf.
Yeah. Why not? You're up.
Alright. So let's move down. And I've only got storage for 1 left.
Whatever will you do, Randy?
I think what I'll do is take this guy that lets me play 2. And these, you keep these because some of the multipliers will affect them. This one lets me play a wood and 1 of my choice. So I'm going to play a wood. And then I'll play another wood. And then I get to draw a wood and a flower. So can you give me a wood?
All right, and then this one allows me to actually play more. So when I go to actually cultivate, I can actually play, because initially, if you're only originally you can only do the 3. You can do a green, a brown, and one of your choice. But by doing it this way, I can actually put 2 wood out there. Yeah. All right, Randy, you're up.
Yeah, well, if we're not going to play the whole thing, then what we should probably do is explain the placement rules.
Right.
So,
well, you're perfect because you're filled up. So
the wood, not actually. I got one more space I could do.
But essentially.
Yeah. So I'll cultivate. So when I'm playing these pieces on the board, I have to play wood touching wood. So I cannot have a leaf and then a wood off of the leaf.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. But I have to put wood on wood. Then the other option or things I can do is I can play a leaf at the end of that, which is one of the other things I have an option of right now. And I can play that wood. There's one side of the leaf tile that has a wood, kind of a brownish edge to it. You put that touching the brown. Mm-hmm. Now, flowers can be touching any leaf because the leaf kind of ends the path. But I can put a flower.
For flowers and fruit.
For flowers and fruit,
so it doesn't quite end the path.
Right. So I can put a flower now. If I'll get points for this flower based upon how many empty spaces are around it. So ideally, you want to isolate your flowers from everything else and have a different path. But you don't have to. Now, in order to play a fruit, I have to have 2 adjacent leaves, and I would have to have a fruit, obviously, in my possession. But somehow I magically got one. So so a fruit has 2 green sides on the tile that have to go into the spot. You cannot have 2 fruit touching each other, but you can have any other kind of thing touching it. 2 fruit cannot be adjacent.
Yep.
But I could put a flower next to it if I wanted to, but I would lose one of the spaces for the flower scoring.
Well, that's still not bad, though.
No, it's not. I've done that several times.
Yeah.
So your scoring, wood does not score you any points at the end of the game. Leaves score you 3 points per leaf tile you have. Flowers give you 1 point per each empty space around them, as we mentioned. And fruit give you 7 points per fruit. So they're the best scoring ones, but they're the hardest to play. And then if you can get these multipliers, it can really affect your score. First time you focused on exclusively multipliers.
Mainly because I didn't want you to have the multipliers.
Yes, but then you got no tiles down. So.
I don't want to talk about it.
There's also in-game scoring potential, or during.
Well, no, it's during the game.
Well, you have to reach goals. It's kind of like Ark Nova in a way.
Yeah, but if you so for example, if I had 8 wood, I could choose not to take the 8 wood tile and try to shoot for the 12. However, Randy may come and steal it from me. So, and then I can't necessarily go back. So you kind of
You can't go back. There's no necessarily to it. You cannot go back. Once you refuse, you got to go for the next goal.
So that's it.
Yeah. And if you're playing with more than 2 players, there's 3 goals. But with 2 players, you would only have 2 goals in play.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So giving it a score. Actually, I have a lot of fun with this one. I think it's cute. The family, I think, loved it.
Oh, they did.
Absolutely. So I'm probably going to give this a 7.5. I think it was a good, solid, cute little game. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Given the fact, again, this is an entry level, like just a short filler game. I categorize fillers kind of separately from all the other games. I think this one is an 8 as far as fillers go. It's just easy to teach. I mean, if you're a novice gamer, this is a good game.
Well, and it's not only easy to teach, but it's pretty too.
Yes, it will draw attention for new gamers. So if you're trying to get people interested in gaming, maybe there are people that like to do flowers or gardening. This is going to attract their attention. It's a good way to get people interested in gaming.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Well, guys, we had an absolute blast today. Hopefully you can come hang out with us again. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.